So I am off to Cornwall, one of my favourite places in the world. I'm going for about 5 days. Well, I'm going Wednesday to Sunday. So I'm conscious that I want to water everything, look at how everything's grown so far, and then I can do a bit of a comparison when I get back, because I'm hoping that now the snow is cleared and the weather's actually quite nice. It's a bit rainy, but it's definitely better. So I'm hoping that maybe things will start growing this week whilst I'm away. But then I'm also conscious that I want to give everything a water. And what I'll do with my houseplants is I tend to kind of bottom water some of them. So if you sit them in water, then the soil absorbs, when the soil is dry, it absorbs more water. So they kind of self-water and regulate. So I might try that. I'm thinking I might give that a go with a lot of the seed trays. I bought these massive, like kind of deep trays from Woolcoats for a couple of quid. So I'm thinking I might pop a little bit of water in those, sit all the seeds in the water, and then see if that works. I'm conscious that I don't want to do that, put too much water in so that they get like root rot or they go mouldy or they're just damp all the time, because I've made that mistake before. So I'm just gonna put a little bit of water in and then check up on them when I get back. So let's go and water them and look at how everything's doing at the moment, so then I can do a nice little comparison when I get back next week. So that's all done, and I'll pop a little clip in now of how things are looking at the moment, and then I can hopefully then show what it looks like next week, if there's any change at all. And fingers crossed there is, but who knows? Who knows? So this is what I've come home to. I'm sorry, look at this. Like, that's crazy. Especially that one. I'm back from Cornwall. I literally went last Wednesday until Sunday night. So yeah, I was only gone about 5 days. Then the weather's been a bit rubbish, so I haven't really been out in the greenhouse too much until now. But I just wanted to show you what has happened in the space of a week. Yeah, everything's gone insane. I had no idea. I think I just expected a little bit of growth, but it's gone crazy. So I've got a lot of garden admin to do. So I'll show you now what has happened. So inside, I basically planted a couple of herbs on the windowsill. So with the time, because I wasn't really sure how they do, I just threw all the seeds into one pot. But I know that you're meant to plant them like in modules, like seed by seed, but I didn't. So with the time, it looks cute. As you can see, it started to grow. So now I need to separate that out into maybe, probably not seed by seed, but like a couple of seeds per bigger pot, so it's got a bit more room. The dill. So again, I just threw all the seeds in, didn't really think much of it. it's like really tall. Yeah, so that's meant to be 1 seed per pot, I'm fairly sure, because I think each of these is meant to grow into like a whole dill plant, and now I've got them all in here, so now I need to split them up. So I'm gonna just basically try and put a couple per pot and see what happens. So I did not expect it to go that insane. And I will show you now what is going on in the greenhouse. So the garlic is now, if you can see, kind of too big for the actual shelf. They're starting to have to like curl under. So I think I might move these outside now. I don't know, I'm undecided. I don't know whether to move them outside or whether that's a bad idea. But they're actually now like too tall for the shelving. And then the spinach is like just so nice. Like all of a sudden it's gone massive, huge leaves and such a nice colour. So I'm gonna start like harvesting some of that this weekend and eating it and freezing it. Because I know that with spinach, actually it's nice, kind of these baby leaves are really nice. So I don't want to like let it grow too big and then A, lose the flavour, but also B, when you harvest it more gross, I want to start picking it. And then the strawberries are still doing really great. Yeah, they're just taking their sweet time and growing and having a nice time. And then the shallots have just gone crazy. Like these hadn't even started growing before I went to Cornwall, and now like they're huge. So again, I'm a bit like, oh God, they've probably not got enough room in those pots. So I might have to move them out as well. So yeah, all of a sudden they've really taken off. The cabbage looks cute, although I think it is getting eaten again. But I mean, it looks nice. And we finally got growth out here as well, which is nice. Slower, but it's happening, so that's always good. So I brought all of these out here, and I think the game plan is to move the ones that are big enough into these like slightly bigger pots, and also split up the herbs into these pots as well, and then they will fit really nicely then on the greenhouse shelves. I still haven't decided what to do with the garlic yet. That might just end up going outside, if I'm honest. It is an absolute mess in here now, so I think it's time to tidy up. It's lovely and tidy again. Everything is on its shelf. So I am pretty much done in here for today. And I don't know if you can tell, it's just started to rain again, so it's good timing. Before I go in, I just remembered I wanted to collect some of this for dinner, so I'll pick some now and then I'm gonna go and hide inside. So I think I'll probably wrap up there for this week. So yeah, I was gonna wrap it up there, but then I've just had a seed delivery, so I thought I would just show you what I've got to start growing next, kind of April, May time. So in the seed delivery we have got hot lemon chili, which sounds great. We've got basil, which is fab because we eat a lot of pesto, so I wanted to start growing basil rather than just buying those little like 99p pots of basil that then just die on my windowsill, so that would be great. And last but not least, I've Gardener's Delight tomato, which is my 4th type of tomato I'm growing this year by accident. I'm gonna end up with so many tomatoes, I hope, because we eat a lot of tomatoes anyway, and like sauces and that kind of thing, but I've got 4 different kinds now, so I'll be intrigued to see how they all turn out. So yeah, I got sent all of those, and then I also got sent another block of coconut compost, which I'm obsessed with. This has been like a revelation, this compost, honestly. It's obviously not great. I still buy the massive bags. I just got a delivery of 3 more 50-litre bags for filling like the actual beds and the ground. But for potting seeds and stuff up, this is like amazing. You literally just pour, I think it's like 4 to 5 litres of hot water onto it, and then it turns into a really, really lovely fine compost. Because I find with the multi-purpose, it can obviously have like chunks of stuff in. It's quite coarse, it can have bits of bark in, and it's not, like I said, great for the beds, but it's not great when you're dealing with like tiny seeds. So this is just such a nice texture, and yeah, really easy to work with, so I love this. So I've got another block of this. I got some pot fuel, which is just fertiliser, and then they've sent through seed trays, and I've got 3 different sizes of pot and all the instructions for how to get cracking. So I won't do this now. I'm gonna go have a cup of tea, and then next time we chat, I will show you how all of these are settling in. Bye.